Thank you very much, Andy. And we got a number of members of the General Assembly here. We got Senator Chacon, Representative Earhart, Representative Gorham, others. We got a lot of leadership here from labor, which is fantastic. IBEW, the Teamsters. We got the laborers. We got everybody represented because there's jobs. Funny how that is, right? And we got also key players in getting us where we are today. And you're going to hear in a moment from Chris Brown, who was the CEO of Deepwater. Dean Farmer, you're going to hear from, who was a key player in this whole process, along with Saul Kaplan, because like anything else that's good, it takes a team to get there, and there's really been a team that's been working on this for some time. 2 years ago, I talked about a comprehensive plan to enable us to dramatically increase the production of renewable energy in our little state. We don't have oil, we don't have natural gas, we got wind, we got water and wind out here. And boy, if there's ever a time of a sense of urgency about this issue, it's today, it's now. I know, right now we're all embedded and embroiled in the financial, the crisis, if you will, on Wall Street and the financial impact of that, and that's going to be dealt with and has to be dealt with, so we don't get an economic crisis. Right now it's a financial issue, and I'm confident that everybody, we won't be Republicans, Democrats, Independents, we're all Americans, and everybody going to come together to get this thing resolved. After this, the single biggest issue in my mind facing our country, and it's pronounced in our state, is energy. It's energy, and it's energy independence and a plan and a strategy for making us as a nation independent and not beholden to people that we're sending $700 billion. This is amazing to me. We're concerned, and I am concerned about a financial circumstance in Wall Street. We're talking about the Fed Treasury coming and loaning $700 billion potentially to get control of this and get these bad loans. We send $700 billion every year across the water to people, many of whom don't like us. Now, I don't think that's a smart strategy for us as a nation. And believe me, there's nothing we could do better right now for all of our citizens, whether they're in Rhode Island or anywhere across this country, than figure out a way to drive the oil price down by getting serious about an energy strategy in this country. And we can do it. I mean, we've got oil, we've got natural gas, but we've got renewable sources, and that's what I'm about in terms of trying to push here in Rhode Island. But now is the time, as I said, after this financial market settles, and it will, there's no more important issue than how we drive energy costs down. Because between gas prices, home heating oil prices, food prices, you name it, every single American and Rhode Islander is being affected by that. So, in any case, we set an ambitious goal 2 years ago to say we wanted to try and come up with an option that would give us 15% of our electric energy from wind, and so that we could sort of stabilize our cost for energy, have it clean, renewable, and stable price for out a number of years. I have long believed, as I said, that Rhode Island was uniquely positioned to lead the nation in this. No place else in the United States has anybody done an offshore wind farm. Our neighbors have been talking about one for a long time. Nobody has done one. It is being done, and I'm sure Chris is going to reference it when he talks, in Europe. This is not a new technology, if you will. It's being done and done very successfully. So I believe that it holds huge promise for us, and I'm really thrilled to be here today. Back in April, we said we were going to go out with requests for proposals to see who in the private sector would come forward with ideas about how to do this, with plans to build an offshore wind facility. We said we need 1.3 million megawatt hours per year of renewable energy. And then in June, I said we put together a wind evaluation team, if you will, wind energy evaluation team. Part of that was Saul Kaplan, Dean Farmer, Andy, and a number of others. We've got some consultants from the industry, as well as some people from the national, U.S. Department of Energy's National Renewable Energy Lab, to help us evaluate. 7 came forward, 7 proposals. There's been a deliberative, thoughtful process. I reviewed it as we've gone along, and I'm really thrilled, really excited to announce today that Deepwater Wind has been selected as the contractor to partner with us to develop and construct this hugely important project for our state. Yeah. This today is a major step forward in all of our efforts to bring wind power to Rhode Island and realize that goal of 15% of our electric energy from wind. Not only, as I say, it's about clean, green power, not subject to the vicissitudes and variations of oil and natural gas prices, but this, importantly, and I want to come back to when I acknowledge a lot of great representation from the labor community here, it's about bolstering economic development in our state. Deepwater has pledged to invest and create this as a regional development headquarters and a manufacturing facility. And not only going to be the launching point right here for our project, but, and I agree with them, I think this holds potential, and hopefully Chris is going to talk about it a little bit, for up and down the East Coast. Up and down the East Coast, because when we show how successful this can be, I'm absolutely certain that they're going to be inundated with lots of opportunities for similar projects. This project, you're talking about over $1 billion to invest to get this project done. Right here, and just building the structure that Chris will talk about, we're talking about 800 jobs, annual wages of some $60 million. So this is going to be the hub. And what I love about it, as I said, that I think we're on the verge of establishing a new industry, if you will, here in Rhode Island. And I want to see Rhode Island be the epicenter, if you will, for alternative energy, particularly wind, on the East Coast of the United States. We can do it. We're right there. We are leading the way right now. So this is a huge step forward. We got a lot of work to do. Let me also say that the Deepwater has done one of the reasons, and I know they will touch on it, but they've done projects, not offshore, but they've done projects in Hawaii and Maine and New York, so they know how to do wind. They know what's involved. They've got a great team. I've met the whole team. I'm very confident of the team they've put together. But also parallel, let me say, because Dean Farmer's wearing a couple of hats here, and that he was part of the evaluation team. But as you know, back in July, the Rhode Island Renewable Energy Fund Board of Trustees actually approved funding for the development of a special area management plan covering Rhode Island's offshore waters. Again, we are leading the nation in doing this. And that's a collaborative effort between URI, the Graduate School of Oceanography, as well as CRMC. And I think it's a $3.2 million effort going parallel, because it's like anything else. The key to this and the sense of urgency is not only getting these built, but you can get them built and get them permitted. And so the whole idea is to come up with a master plan that we know where they should be, we know how to site them, and that will accelerate the permitting, and we're going to get the federal government involved in that process so that hopefully, as we expedite the permitting at the state level, we can convince the federal government to do the same, because the real advantage to this technology that Chris will talk about is Deepwater. You don't have a lot of the opposition that we get from these typically that you're seeing in Massachusetts as you move it up. The truth is it's actually better too. The dependability, the wind, the resources and else are much better. So I'm really thrilled. This is exciting. It's an exciting day for us from an energy standpoint, but it's an exciting day for us from an economic development standpoint. And Lord knows we need jobs right now, all we can get. I wish we could get in the ground or in the water tomorrow so the jobs would start immediately, Chris, but that's not his problem. We've got to get the permitting done.
We're ready to
so
go to work.
I know you are. I know you are. Well, you're ready to go. But so I just want to thank, this is a whole team. Andy Diskevich led the effort here, as I said, along with Saul, Dean Farmer, and many, many other people to get us where we are today. Thank you for your huge efforts. And my job here is really, I want you to meet the leader of Deepwater, who put together, in my judgment, a great team that are going to move us forward, create a whole new industry, I believe, in the country, and Rhode Island will be the epicenter for that, Chris Brown.